Hello, everyone. This is Howard Fox, and welcome back for another episode of the Outdoor Adventure Series podcast, where we celebrate individuals and families, businesses, and organizations that seek out and promote the exploration, stewardship, conservation, access, and enjoyment of the outdoors. Savannah Schindler is our guest today. Savannah is a public relations specialist for Visit Beloit. Savannah, it's a pleasure to have you on the podcast. Welcome.
Hi, Howard. Thanks so much for having me.
Fantastic. Now, I know this, but for our listeners' benefit, where is Beloit?
Yes, so Beloit is about as south as you can get in Wisconsin. So we are located on the Wisconsin and Illinois border. So it's not too far from those big cities like Madison, Milwaukee, and Chicago.
Fantastic. Now, I have to share, in the spirit of full disclosure, having lived in Chicago for many years, I have had the good fortune of having some guests on already. And a couple of my guests, I lived in Chicago and I never visited Galena. They were a guest recently. And then as I looked on the map, and I've heard of Beloit, I'd looked at the map. Okay, I know where Rockford is. Oh my God, I could have made a right-hand turn at Rockford, and I could have been in Beloit and had a wonderful time.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're about, I would say 20 minutes from Rockford and about 90 minutes or so from Chicago. So really not too far of a drive at all.
Okay, now you mentioned the word drive. So in order to get to Beloit, you pretty much have to drive there. Is there a train that's nearby?
No trains. Most of our visitors do drive into Beloit, but we do have those airports that are surrounding in those big areas like Madison, Milwaukee, Chicago. So it's really not too far at all.
Okay.
Convenient.
Where are you pulling your customers in, or visitors in, I should say, and hopefully customers? Heads in beds and cash registers singing. Where are folks coming in from to visit Beloit?
Yes, for sure. So primarily our visitors come from those big surrounding cities, like I said, Madison, Milwaukee, and Chicago. And they really do vary in age. So we see anyone from young adults traveling with as couples or groups of friends to families and then older adults as well. So we love any visitor that comes to Beloit, and there's a lot to do here. So
Okay. Well, I definitely want to talk about that. Now, we are the Outdoor Adventure Series, so let's cover that aspect first. From an outdoor adventure perspective, what are some of the highlights that if I want to come to Beloit for a day or maybe a long weekend, what can I enjoy within the surrounding area?
definitely. So there's lots of things to do really in every season in here in Beloit. But some of my favorite things and a lot of our visitors' favorite things are the downtown Beloit Farmers Market, the Sky Carp. They play at the new ABC Supply Stadium. They're a baseball team here in Beloit, minor league baseball team, and then as well as our all of our food culture. So Beloit is a great city for all those foodies that travel.
Okay, so when I come to, and I love food, by the way, and normally I would hold up my coffee cup. Coffee is very important to me, and I had not realized that you had a minor league baseball team. The what did you call them?
The Beloit Sky Carp.
Sky. What the heck is a sky carp?
So I'm sure I mean, you've lived in the Midwest, so I guess Chicago, but
Uh,
anyone that's really been in the Midwest, they know that we have a lot of geese here. So the mascot of the Beloit Sky Carp is a Canadian goose. Uh,
Way to
Um,
make friends with
yes.
your northern neighbors there, Savannah.
So we have a lot of geese here in the area, and so the mascot is what they call Sky Carp. So what
Okay,
that means is that the goose or the geese love their home so much in Beloit that they never want to leave. So that's why we call them the Sky Carp.
okay. Now I have to ask this. Did you have, like, a contest to name the new minor league baseball team? Is that how you got the Sky Carp?
Yes, there definitely was. So prior to the Beloit Sky Carp, we had the Beloit Snappers. Turtles are very they are here in Beloit, so
Oh,
you can
yeah?
really find them anywhere. So we had the Beloit Snappers. But once that stadium was no longer in use, the ABC Supply Stadium was built. It was kind of during COVID, so we got a new name, and but there was a contest indeed for to name the new baseball team. So we had like the Beloit Supper Clubbers and a few other ones, but the Beloit Sky Carp is the one that stuck. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Now, I love that. Now, you just mentioned something that also rings a bell. Wisconsin is known for their supper clubs.
they sure are. We have a lot of them here in Beloit.
Yeah. So, for our listeners who are not familiar, what is a supper club?
Yes, so a supper club, if you haven't been to one at all, you definitely have to experience it. It's really a once in a lifetime experience. I love them. So supper clubs, it's all classic traditional Wisconsin food. Those old fashions, those grasshoppers for cocktails, great steaks, chops, seafood for the food, but it's really like a 3 to 4 course meal. So expect to be there for a little bit and come hungry because there's a lot of food that's served.
Okay. Okay. I love it. Now, I do have to ask, and I know some of this already, but this is a podcast. And I get to ask questions, and you are our answer lady today. I have a photo for our listeners of somewhere in Beloit. I have a nice body of water, and so we are going to talk a little bit more about little outdoor adventure opportunities. But what's behind me
That
on
is
my
the Rock
picture?
Bar and Grill. So
Ah,
that's one of our great restaurants that is on the beautiful Rock River.
okay,
Boaters will pull their boats up and during the summertime, and there's live music outside. There's sand volleyball, but they actually just renovated the inside of the restaurant as well. So it's a beautiful restaurant to go out and explore. Really anytime. Get perfect views of the Rock River. So one of my favorites for sure.
okay, very good, very good. Now, as far as you said that the foodies and a lot of good theme restaurants, culinary experiences, what are some of your favorites? Like, if you have friends and family coming in, maybe not the surroundings areas, but they've made this trek to see you and your family, where are you gonna take them?
Sure. So one of my favorites is located downtown Beloit. It is the rooftop bar, and that's located inside Hotel Goodwin. So it's Beloit's only rooftop bar. They have great handcrafted cocktails and then like small plates, bites to eat there. In my opinion, it's really the best view of downtown Beloit from above. Great friendly staff. There's fire pits and heaters outside to enjoy. Just definitely one of my favorite places that I take anyone that's coming to Beloit.
Okay, I love that, and you did say it's a four-season kind of town, so you get to enjoy it all year round. Now, if your friends are gonna come into town, we're gonna take them for brunch, a cup of coffee, take them for the rooftop, bar. Where are you gonna take them to kind of enjoy the outdoor experience of because Wisconsin, there's a lot of nature around you, so how are you gonna enjoy the day with them?
Definitely. So we have a great park. It's called Big Hill Park in Beloit. It's on the Rock River, but it's beautiful landscapes. It's actually encompasses 190 acres of land. There's some pictures on our website to definitely view. But there's a great overlook scenic area that you can see the river from and perfect for that fall foliage and really any time during any season. So that's one of my favorite spots for sure.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so there's biking trails. You can go snowshoeing in there. There's even an environmental center in there as well. So lots to do for really all ages.
Okay. Now I have a lot of acquaintances through my affiliation with the Outdoor Writers Association of America. Some are photographers, podcasters like myself. Others are into hunting. So fishing, upland bird hunting, wild, bigger game. What type of activity is in this area that somebody who's into the outdoor adventure sports, what would they be partaking in?
Sure. So we do have some great fishing spots here in Beloit and also in South Beloit. We have a beautiful lake called Lake Victoria that's in
Mhm.
South Beloit City Park. Perfect for boating and fishing. Also, we have a dam, so lots of people will go down there and fish as well. But I'm a boater, and I see lots of boaters during the summertime, right on the Rock River. We have a nice sandbar that people pull up to and just have a great time. So there's a lot to do on the river, and also we have a lot of geese. So if you're into hunting,
Into sky carp,
and
okay.
yeah,
I just like I and you brought to mind something that we have a lot of pigeons or had a lot of pigeons. I'm sure they still do in Chicago, and we call them flying Rats, but I don't know if there'll be a minor league team called the Flying Rats. Now, I am curious, and when I was preparing the notes for today's episode, I saw something called the Passport Trails. What is that?
Yes, so at Visit Beloit, we have these things called the Beloit and Beyond Passport Trails. So we have four different trails on our website that are perfect for locals as well as visitors to enjoy. So some of those are they include the Outdoor Art Trail, the Love by Locals Trail, which that includes like family friendly activities, pizza, ice cream, desserts, all that good stuff. Our most popular trails is the Beers and Cheers Trail, which includes, of course, old fashions, local wines, craft beer, and then Bloody Marys, and then the historical walking trail. So lots of different things to see in Beloit. Definitely what I would take any visitors that come through Beloit to come and do for the weekend. You can really see lots of different areas of the state line area and different restaurants and establishments just by doing the trail, and it's completely free.
Very cool. Now, I had an interview recently with Galena, and they were very proud and excited. And it was right around Christmas time, and I know realize we are past Christmas, and we are like, oh my God, will spring get here already?
I
And
know.
and you're a boater, you want to be on the Rock River, but how does a small town like Beloit get ready for the holidays?
Sure. So, the Downtown Blade Association, they have, well, I mean, we have lots of different businesses downtown. We have over 30 shops and over 20 restaurants. So they put on a lot of great events. Lots are during the summer, but they do a lot of great ones too during the winter. We have a grand lighted Christmas parade. We have a small business Saturday. So definitely lots of different things to get people excited for the holidays and what's to come and keep the energy going throughout the winter season there, so
Okay. Excellent, excellent. Now, you kind of mentioned the passports and Beloit and Beyond Passport Trails, and you mentioned the website. So I would love if you would gift us with a kind of a short tour of your website to maybe call out some of the highlights. And you up for that?
absolutely, let's do it.
Excellent. All right. So the miracle of modern technology. I just have to find my little share button. Okay. There it is. I love Zoom. All right, so I'm going to share and we're going to go to the website. Okay, so I'm going to center that, should be seeing your website.
I can see it. There it
Okay,
is.
so where should we go?
Perfect. Let's go to the things to do tab.
Things to do. Okay.
So, lots of things that I mentioned in here are in this tab. So you can go to Beloit Baseball. You can see all the weekly promotions and the theme nights that we have for our Beloit Sky Carp minor league baseball team on there.
I need a t-shirt or a hat that has that.
Oh, for
I've
sure.
got to get there. All right. I love that. Okay. And they've got a little neck warmer because it does get cold.
They
I
do.
and they're carrying a wrench.
They are
Okay.
carrying a wrench. So the theme behind that is Beloit is very historic. We have a lot of history here. There once was a foundry in Beloit. So to go along with that, that's what Poopsie is has in her hand.
Oopsie.
That's the name of the mascot. Yes.
Oh
Forgot
my
to mention
god.
that.
Yeah, okay, okay. And I don't think I need to check the, not for children on my when I prep the show notes here, but I get it. Now, I love the fact it's right by the river. Oh, okay.
Yes. So, and one thing about that too is definitely if you're in Beloit for the summertime, they do this awesome event. It's called Float to the Diamond. So we're
Mhm.
actually the only minor league baseball stadium in the country that does this cool thing where you can float on an inner tube on the river to the baseball game. So definitely want to check that one out.
I love that. I love it. It's kinda cool because I think it's in San Francisco in their major league park where people hang out in their kayaks hoping for a home run ball to hit it. Be so in
For
your
sure.
case, it'd be foul balls, off or maybe even, a very long, drive into that's left field. It's been a while since I played baseball. Okay. So, very cool.
Yes. So
Poopsie,
that
I love that.
is, yeah, it's cute. um,
Okay.
Also, if you go back to things to do and then under passport trails, You can
Okay.
see our 4 passport trails that we offer.
Okay.
So, like I said, we have our historical walking trail, and if you wanna click on that, I'll kinda explain a little bit about how it works.
Sure.
So if you go down just a tad, so all the trails do have these cute, unique prizes that you can earn. So each trail is different. So you have to check in using your mobile device at a certain amount of stops. So this one happens to be 20.
Okay.
There, I think there's over 80 different check-in spots on this trail. So this is a pretty
Okay.
big, but it's still a lot of fun. So
Very
all
good.
you got to do is go on to visitbeloit.com. You sign up for the trail, and it's all
Okay.
completely free. So it's this one is by GPS. So you go to a certain spot out in Beloit, check in, and then once you get 20 check-ins, then you can redeem that poster map of Beloit.
Very nice. Very nice. A nice map and take it home and get it framed. I love it.
Sure, yeah, bring a little piece of Beloit back home with you.
There you go. All right. Very good. Lot of exercise to be had in Beloit, especially on this walking trail. Just get out there and explore.
Definitely.
Okay. So where's next?
You can go up to things to do, and then let's go to the nature and outdoor recreation.
Very good.
So each of these different categories, you can go into food and drink or into shopping, but they're all really cool. They're broken down on the left hand side to
Okay.
different categories. So if you're into camping, you can head over to camping and it'll show you all the different businesses and areas in Beloit, South Beloit, and Rockton, Illinois that
Okay.
you can be camping at. So if you
Okay.
click read more, then you can go into their Facebook page or their website, get some contact info, and start planning your trip to Beloit.
Very good. And you have the nature centers and reserves, Andron Woods, Avon,
Yeah,
Cleophas Reserve. Is that how I pronounce it?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. All right. And Carl and Myrna
Niagara
Nygren.
Wetlands, yeah, so that's
Oh,
a cool
very
one as
nice.
well, lots of pelicans there. We have lots of forest preserves and parks, in Beloit, so
Okay.
and I forgot to mention, but, so Visit Beloit is a destination marketing organization, so we
Yep.
do serve, the city of Beloit, the town of
Hmm.
Beloit, and then also since we're right on the state line area, we do serve South Beloit, Illinois, and Rockton, Illinois, so really 3 big cities, and, yeah, so we have over 500 partners that we promote different travel and leisure activities for, so,
See,
um
and here I thought north of the border, it was because they're very sports oriented, and there's not a, there's it's us versus them, but here you are collaborating with each other. I like that.
yeah, it's awesome, yeah.
Very good. Okay. Where else should we go?
Let's see, if you go up to the blogs on the very top,
Okay.
so
Okay.
part of my position with Visit Beloit is I create these different blogs.
Hmm.
So you can categorize them and then sort them out into different topics. So you
Okay.
could go to food or drink, shopping, whatever you're really looking for. But we kind of build out different itineraries and yeah, there's just lots of fun things to do, really all in the state line areas. So it'll give you some ideas if you're need some help with different suggestions while you're in town. So definitely take
Excellent.
those.
Now, this is the Rock River
That is
or
not.
Lake,
So that is Lake Victoria. So
Lake
that's
Victoria.
located in South Beloit at South
Okay.
Beloit Park. It's actually more than just kayaking to do there. So I did mention you can go fishing.
Right.
No motorized boats at all, but you can kayak if you'd like to. Awesome crystal clear water for sure. Also put in a brand new disc golf course, which is
Oh,
awesome. So
I
you're
have you played disc golf yet?
I've played it a few times, not there yet, but I'm looking forward to it this summer.
Okay, very cool. I played disc golf for the first time last year. I was at we OWAA Outdoor Writers Association of America has an event called Field Fest, which is a small, intimate event for outdoor journalists like myself. And we were in Tennessee. We went to this disc golf course, and it's like, luckily, there's a golf course near where I live in Las Vegas. I practiced for 2 months. I wasn't a total
That's funny. Yeah.
incompetent person when I
It
went to
would take me a
Tennessee.
few tries for sure to get the hang of it, but it
Oh,
looked like a great time.
very good, very good. Now, I see you've got a free visitor guide. Let's
For
click
sure.
there.
So We are
Okay.
currently in the midst of working on our 2025 visitor guide. So those ones are from last year, 2024, but we do
Hmm.
have our main one as well as a guide all in Spanish and then a
Hmm.
wedding guide if you are interested in getting married in Beloit.
Okay. I think maybe the visitor guide would do me good. Wedding guide, yeah, maybe. I was a wedding photographer many years ago.
Okay.
I try to stay away from those. All right. Anywhere else on the website you'd like to take us to?
Sure. So if you go to events, kind of
Um,
the right hand of the
there
screen,
you go. Okay.
yeah, you can go to calendar. That works.
Okay. All right.
So these, it's a calendar for the whole month. So these are broken down day by day. So if you click on today, I know today's Thursday, so there might
Thank
not be a
you.
whole lot, but
Okay.
there are still some fun things to do. So this breaks it down by each day, by each time. So if you're coming to Beloit and you're like, let's see what else there is to do besides what's already on my list for a little impromptu visit somewhere. So just go over to the calendar and find yourself something to do.
I love it. And so there's really no reason why you have to stay in your house. And,
No reason at all. I reference
no,
something all the time.
no reason at all. And I lament because I have my work as a podcaster, I have my work as a business coach, and it's like I need to get out more. And I'm not a Las Vegas strip kind of person. I'm more of like you and I were chatting earlier, the Valley of Fire or the Death Valley, Mojave National Preserve, kind of Red Rock. Red Rock Conservation Area. It's another area you need to look at
Oh,
when you do your visit. Well,
for
this is
sure.
great. I really appreciate you taking us on a tour of the website. Thank you.
Definitely.
All right. Now, before I do head out, is there any other place on this website you'd like us to navigate to? Or are we
Hmm.
good?
You go up to the top, under
Okay. Under
win.
oh, there it is. A lot of W's here,
I know
Savannah.
there definitely
Okay.
are.
Okay.
So if you head down, we put together a quarterly sweepstakes,
Hmm.
for the year. So they go quarter by quarter, but this one is about traveling with friends. So if you're interested, in coming to Beloit in the State Line area, you might as well submit your info and, enter to win for this awesome getaway. So it is valued at $600. And you get to stay at the Fairfield Inn and Suites, one room for 2 nights. Also tickets to a minor league baseball Sky Carp game. So those are always a ton of fun.
Am I allowed to register for this?
Of
Is
course, why
all
not?
right. Yeah, I want to
The
see
more
a
the
Sky
merrier.
Carps game. I mean,
Of
I
course.
have to. I have to. I love this. This is great.
Yeah, so G5 Brewing Company, that's an awesome brewery that we have in town.
Mhm.
Whole building actually looks like it's from, like a building out west in Montana. That's
Mhm.
how it's designed, and then this one is pretty cool. So Henry Doorbaker's Pub and Play, that just opened a few months ago here in Beloit, right on the Rock River. They have lots of unique things to do in there. They have duck pin bowling. Have you heard of that, Howard?
I
Duck
have not heard of duck pin bowling.
Okay, so duck pin bowling is, they use smaller balls and smaller pins, and the
Yeah.
lanes are quite smaller than traditional bowling, but it's a ton of fun. They have racing simulators in there, mini golf, giant games, so everyone loves it here in Beloit. I just had some friends from out of town last weekend, and they were so amazed, so definitely wanna check that out.
I love it. I and now I'm noticing now that that ball is definitely a little bit smaller. This looks
Yeah.
like a I mean, this to me is like disc golf in a way. Everybody goes out to the golf course and plays golf or they play frisbee on the beach, but I mean, I had no inkling that disc golf was a thing. I mean, I think I've seen it and it just didn't register because I guess you got a golf course. What are you going to do in the middle of the winter?
Right.
Uh, but once I started to learn more about it, I realized this is a very important thing. And so you've got disc golf, you've got duck pin bowling. This is cool. I think we need to arrange a visit up
For
to
sure.
Beloit.
We'd
Definitely.
love to have you
So,
here Yeah, we'd love to have you come down for sure.
oh, fantastic. All right. So I am going to head back to just us. I'm going to stop sharing, and we are back together. And so it sounds like you've got a great job. I mean, how did you land this job? I mean, it's a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of a cool story. So I went to school at UW Stout in Menominee, Wisconsin.
Hmm.
kind of near Eau Claire, Wisconsin, for hotel, restaurant, and tourism management. So
Okay.
I graduated just a few years ago, and I landed a internship with Visit Beloit. So I was kind of your go-to gal for really any project, but mostly marketing and social media. But then after that was over, I did some event management stuff with a different company for a little bit. But this position opened up for PR, so I was like, yeah, we'll give it a shot. So I got the job and have loved it ever since. Been here for about a year and a half now, and I just love Beloit, and I love promoting our city to all the great visitors that we have come, so I love it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's so much to offer, and it is, and I kind of pinch myself. I look back in my time in Chicago. And I had a car. I just did not get out enough, and it's like, who knew this is just a couple hours away? So,
Yeah, for
uh,
sure, and yeah, Beloit has really, the whole downtown has been revitalized, so it feels honestly to me, I mean, I live in Beloit, but I feel like Beloit's changing on a daily basis, so
mhm,
definitely gotta come down and check it out.
definitely. One thing I'm also getting from a lot of the conversations with the DMOs, convention and visitor bureaus, is just how important tourism is to the community, because we were manufacturing, we were oil and gas. Things are changing in tourism, and marketing the best that the community has to offer is very important. And heads and beds and cash registers singing, and you've got a lot to offer, and you've got good food, and just so you can. And is there, by the way, is there a good coffee shop in Beloit?
There are quite a few actually, yes. One of my favorites is downtown Beloit. It's called Bagels and More. They have awesome coffee, awesome
Okay,
bagels, lots of vegan and vegetarian dishes. So lots of great
all
food
right.
uptown
I think
and
you're
all over, but
I think I'm gonna have to spend at least a week in Beloit. Just maybe I'll do some interviews for you, and we'll. But
also love that.
bagels, coffee, food, I love it. I love it. Well, listen, before we head out, you've definitely are a perfect ambassador for Beloit, and I love the journey you've been on. The baseball stadium is fantastic. I mean, I played baseball until I stopped playing baseball, which was a little while ago. But the carbs, the sky carbs, I love that, and poopy. uh,
Yes.
I, lo- I love that. But as you kind of look back in as the town is changing, what's new that's really like people maybe not would expect coming into Beloit? I mean, what's coming up that people are going to get excited about?
Yes. So something that we are over the moon super excited about is Ho-Chunk Casino coming to Beloit. So
Mhm.
that is an awesome casino. There's lots of them in Wisconsin, but ours is expected to open in 2026. So the project will be about a $405 million project. So the casino
Oh wow.
will it'll be huge. So it just broke ground in October of 2024. So they are working hard on that right now to get that open by 2026. But it'll be just under a 250,000 square foot casino, and it's determined to be the second largest actually in Wisconsin, so we couldn't be more excited about it.
Very good. Now, are you a gambler?
Well, I'm going to Vegas, so I better get started
Vegas.
soon.
All right. So just get used to yeah, here's my money.
Yep.
But well, that
Um,
sounds like a lot of fun.
yes, it will be, and then aside from the casino, there's also going to be a huge hotel, 18 stories,
Mhm.
112 rooms, as well as a conference center, so it's going to be a huge asset to Beloit, and we can't wait to show it off to our visitors.
Fantastic. Well, I think
Yeah.
they're going to be excited. Now, will you start to attract uh like Las Vegas is a huge convention destination in addition to gambling. Is that part of the goal with the casino, is bring people in? Obviously, for the gambling, there's probably going to be some good food and entertainment, but is the idea to bring in more events into the community?
Definitely, for sure. So the casino itself has plans to have different events in there, some live music, as well as plenty of other things, comedy shows and whatnot. But just us as Visible Lights, we are super excited for that conference center to have some of our own events in there as well. So it'll really be a great thing for us and Ho Chunk and really the whole community to take advantage of. So we're
Very good.
excited. Yeah.
Excellent. Before we head out, as you kind of look back in your career, I mean, you're relatively new out of school. You had an internship. Now you've got this sweet gig. What's been your aha moment? Like, wow, I get to really do this, and
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
amazing.
It's definitely a tough to choose just one scenario because,
Yeah.
our team does work very hard and, we can see a lot of, awesome things that we do pay off for sure.
Hmm.
But, one thing that comes to mind from a few months ago, I also bartend just for fun at a downtown pub. It's called Hatley's Pub in downtown Beloit. And I had some guests come in one afternoon and they asked for the Beers and Cheers, passport trail code. Which was pretty cool to see the other side of things since that's what we do at work, and now I'm seeing it from a different point of view, so that was pretty cool to see that, I think.
And you were able to help them right there on the spot. So hopefully
Definitely, yeah.
they tipped you well. Now you mentioned teams, and I'm remiss in not asking you, who is the team for Visit Beloit? How many folks are out helping you put all this together?
Yes, so there is 4 of us that are in the Visit Beloit office, which is located, near downtown on the river.
Hmm.
We have our CEO that handles
Hmm.
a lot of all the fun stuff, and, also our, director of sales and servicing, and
Hmm.
then our director of marketing and, public relations, so and then me. So there are 4 of us in the office, and then we also manage the Wisconsin Welcome Center out on I-90.
Okay.
So we have, someone out there as well that, takes care of all of our visitors that are coming through. So
Okay.
there's not many of us, but
Okay. Now, since you were an intern, is there plans to bring an intern in eventually? Because you got to pay it forward.
we'll see, we'll see. So I mean, like I said, we have Pochunk coming soon. So there are plans to grow a little bit, I'm sure. So currently right now we are all working from home. Our events or our office is getting a event space put in. Um
Ah,
old church. So we'll probably do something for event management, bring on another staff member as well. So yeah, we're definitely growing and looking forward to all the upcoming and fun things in the future. So
sounds good. Sounds good. Any final insight that you'd like to share with our listeners about your work, what you're doing, or just kind of the impact that a lot of these experiences are having in the community and the future of the Ho Chunk Casino? What insights would you like to share with our listeners?
sure. So I kind of have a fun little fun fact tidbit. So there is a lot of history here to discover in Beloit. But I'm sure you probably have seen the Indiana Jones movies, Howard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So Roy Chapman Andrews, he was a American explorer who was born in Beloit and attended Beloit College. And he's actually believed to be the person that is based off of those Indiana Jones movies. So it's actually pretty cool.
Okay. Now I'm gonna have to go and do my Google search and use Copilot or one of the other chat GPT AI engines to learn more about Roy Chapman Andrews. So that's great.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then if
Excellent.
you, do the historical walking trail that we have, through Visit Beloit, you can discover his birthplace home, his grave site, and, plenty more different landmarks, so, yeah, it's kinda cool just to come to Beloit and do some learning while you're here. Might as well.
There you go. Learning, outdoor adventure, good eating, good drinking, trails, and go in the future do a little gambling. I love that.
Of
If
course.
our Yeah, so if our listeners would like to learn more about Beloit, where are the best places to go?
Absolutely. So they can find all of our information about Beloit, South Beloit, Illinois, and Rockton, Illinois on our website, and that is visitbeloit.com. Otherwise, we do have a Facebook page, just Visit Beloit, Instagram, Visit Beloit, and TikTok and X. So definitely find us on there. And if you have any questions, definitely drop me a line. I'd be happy to help.
Fantastic. Well, Savannah, it's been a pleasure to get to know it. At the time, little did I know you were a neighbor, and it was a pleasure to meet you. I'm so glad you were open to being on our podcast, the Outdoor Adventure Series, and taking part in our initiative to just kind of meet so many destinations throughout the US and in Canada, by the way. So thanks for taking time out of your day to chat with us.
Likewise, thank you so much, Howard. This is awesome.
All right. All right. So listen, stay in the line. We're going to do a real quick close and you and I can have a final chat. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, folks. We have just been chatting with Savannah Schindler. She is a public relations specialist for Visit Beloit. And I have to say it again, after all my years in Chicago, little did I know 2 hours away, taking into account traffic, obviously in Chicago, who knew that all the happenings that were available in Beloit and now I need to plan a trip back there. So I need another Midwest tour. But all the fun things that are going on in Visit Beloit, whether it's baseball, activities on the river, the nature, and of course, some good food and all the trails that are available, the passport trails, and just a lot of opportunity. And we hope you are going to enjoy this episode and also take advantage of wanting to and learn more about Beloit. We're going to have the Visit Beloit link on our website, visitbeloit.com. We'll also have backlinks to their social sites, Facebook, Instagram, X, and Twitter. And hey, go out there. And if you listen to this episode, do let us know what you think. Leave some comments, likes, and shares. And whether you're local or coming in from afar, now you know that Beloit, Wisconsin has a lot to offer. And of course, you got to check out the supper clubs and you have to check out the Sky Carp. And by the way, do take a picture of yourself with a poopy baseball hat on. So I love that. I love that. As for this episode, you can find us on our website, outdooradventureseries.com. In our show notes, again, we're going to have all the information about Visit Beloit, and Savannah is going to be gracious enough to share some photos. So we'll have a kind of a representative sample there. You can find this episode on our LinkedIn and Facebook pages by searching for Outdoor Adventure Series, where the video of this episode, along with Savannah taking us on a tour of the website, will be up on YouTube. And of course, you can listen to this episode wherever you get your podcast from. And again, remember to please like, comment, and share. Until next time, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go out there, have a phenomenal day. And we look forward to having you join us on a future episode of the Outdoor Adventure Series podcast. Take care now.